So my name is Dapo Olayinka, and together with my friends, basically, like we run a meat processing company called Mob Kilishi. Like we make Kilishi, and like I'm passionate about it because most things I'm passionate about. What you say? Oh yeah, sorry. And also like I don't talk too much as well. Sure, you understand? Like I just like to be in my own space and like do stuff. But the fact that we have like I feel like there's more people like me which are here now, it makes me want to come around and like, like just say so. So like my name is Dapo Olayinka. Myself and my friends, like we run a meat processing company called Mob Kilishi. We produce Kilishi and yeah, meat. So we produce Kilishi and I know everybody wonders like, why like what's the correlation really? But like if you're if you consider yourself like a founder of anything and then like most times you can't really afford to pay for some services, right? And like I faced this problem for years. Do you understand? But like in my head, I was like, okay, if I have this idea and I feel like I can do it, how do I really like for me to like accomplish those things? I probably need to meet like a graphic designer. I probably need to meet like an accountant. I need to meet like like the chain was just so much. So in my head, I was like, okay, even I would say like even before ChatGPT dropped, in my head I was like, if there was an like because if I make graphics for my brand, I'd be like, I wish I could tell something to, I wish I could tell something what was on my mind, and then the stuff like this thing is just going to bring it up. So like when chat dropped, I was like, wow, it seems like my prayers are answered. Do you understand? So like from there, we use the prompting, talk to it, like help you develop your ideas, help you probably create new recipes, help you like with your copy. Do you understand? Like those were the basic things. And then later on, like with the I was a chat GPT person, but when I saw Claude and when Claude dropped and then I was like, yo, this actually makes more sense than I won't say it makes more sense, but like, it kind of became a better product to chat GPT for me. So then, I run Shopify. I build the Mob Kilishi website myself, and that's all through using AI. Do you understand? So I believe it's really about the ideas that you have. Like you said, like he's someone that has too many ideas, and he likes to, you know, bring those ideas to life. So like I feel like if you can think about something and you can imagine how this thing is going to work in your head, and then you have this tool that you can tell this exact thing and bring for you. Like it just makes you feel good. Like for me, it makes me feel good. For me, it makes me feel like like I'm unstoppable. So I'll say when I saw the advertisement for Vibecode, I know vibe coding is the name that real coders use to make fun of people that actually like use AI to code. So like that was really what drew me here. I was like, like, oh, and I'm going to meet a bunch of vibe coders and like, would gel and would do stuff. So like basically I'm like anti establishment. I'm anti the system. I feel like, to have the smartest ideas, you have to think different. So like mostly what any AI has been able to help me with is that like, it's been able to help me with my inventory as much as possible, like for a business. So now on my websites, if I sell on the website, right, I can sell on the website and the website orders automatically go. Like if you went to the website and ordered now and then you buy stuff, it automatically adds or subtract. And then there are times that I sell to people randomly. Like I could just be on the street. I'm like, oh man, I want to sell Kilishi to you. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, I sold 5 packs of Kilishi to this person. I sold 20 packs of Kilishi to this person. So it's my head. So I just go to my AI agent. I mean, if you call it an agent, but I feel like an AI is an extension of our bodies now. Like we're basically cyborgs at the end of the day. So like whether you like it or not, because when you wake up in the morning, like you grab your phone, it's an extension of your memory. So like I've accepted that. So I just remember the amount of products I've sold, and then I just type into my Visual Studio, wherever, and I'm like, oh, I sold this amount of Kilishi today. Can you help me add it to my inventory? Do you understand? So like it automatically just adds up and remove it. And what I would have done initially is like, okay, I will have created a new customer name I'll create the amount of product that they buy. I'll add a discount. Like it's just stressful in a way. So like using AI kind of makes it easy. And like how I did that was I created an app inside Shopify. Yeah, I think so. So I think I can use this on my system. Uh, all right. So this is my Visual Studio, which is so like what I'm doing right now is like I also manage a workshop as well, like a mechanic workshop. So I'm just doing some work on it, and then I imported some of this memory from what's it called from my chat GPT. So I'll go. Do I really have anything? I think we open as much as possible. So I'll say like if you have a Shopify, so I'm just here like dabbling, trying to always tweak something every time. I'm sure like everybody feels that like the need to always tweak something every time. So I'll just say this is my app. This app I built is called OrderBot. Let me get some Wi-Fi. No, I'm good there. There's Wi-Fi. Okay. So like this the app, it's called OrderBot. I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot like this, Maybe I should have. No, just joking. So yeah, this is the OrderBot app, and imagine, let's just say I'm trying something on my Visual Code. So I open a new mob Kilishi bot. That's here. Okay, I think this is stuff. But let's use this because at the end of the day, everything is normal. So let's say, okay, I'm trying to sell. Okay, pull up. I want to add 20 packs. Okay, she sold to Vibecode Lagos. Test. So like now I'm like, okay, I sold 20 packs to Vibecode Lagos, and I want to add it up. So like while we wait, dry run. So basically, no, this is not my back end. This like a, so like this is Claude, but like you can run Claude on your terminal, like you can run it on your cursor. So like this is one of the apps I run Claude on because obviously like I give other people by like the password to use as well, like other people on our team. So so let's say I'm selling for 3,000. What else is he asking me? I mean, let's just skip because I'm sure everybody like experiences what I experienced as well. So like if it feels a little bit what's it called, disjointed, I'm sure everybody understands that. But like basically this is what I do, and then it can help me put in my order immediately, and then got it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, pardon me, I'm just like I'm new to like coding, so I'm not really like the best person to be saying this, but I'll still asking you guys for curiosity.
Okay.
Are you okay with this level of the solution?
With this level of what?
Of the solution.
Like of what? Like the solution that it gives to me.
The whole setup, is this like what you want as this thing, like
End result. So like what I want as what I get as my end result is the fact that I don't have to go to Shopify because this is like this would be my alternative, right? This is like my Shopify backend. Like I said, I don't know if I'm. Well, anyways, like this is going to be my alternative. I'm going to have to create another.
Yeah, so
Do you
cumbersome and the
understand?
like. Yeah, I
I'm going to have to
get.
create an order. I'm going to have to add the name of the customer. I'm going to have to like add the amount of product. I'm going to add discount. Do you understand? So like basically, it kind of eliminates
The
the extra
stress and
step.
everything. Yeah, I get.
Do you get? So
But
like for me,
I'm still going to ask the uncomfortable question, guy.
yeah.
Like, are you okay with this level of solution? Like, let me put this in perspective. You know, let's take WhatsApp for example.
Okay.
WhatsApp is actually okay the way it was. Like all these extra features were not really an a necessity, but they were pulled out of the belief that okay, we can do better. That there is a better version of WhatsApp that can exist. They start pulling different, let's say, like um, channels and the likes. Like start doing different things, crazier things, even to the point that they now got to ads on WhatsApp. Like you realize, oh, revenue, jump on it. So in my mind, is whenever I vibe code, like whenever I just go to here and talk with talk, it's always it's not how can I make this better? How can it's more of like how can I optimize an already existing solution? This is a solution to you and it works perfectly fine. But there will be some things that it may not have crossed your mind that you needed. Like, have you ever like felt like, okay, is there a way to upgrade this solution? Is there a way to optimize it?
Like I said, still, right? I feel like for me is my anger for like everybody that feels like you can't do it unless you come and meet them. Do you understand?
Coming from a bit of thank you very much of a psychology person. You are a bit of a pragmatic person. And one thing about AI or vibe coding is that it gives you that liberty to create a solution that fits your personality, that fits your solution. Exactly. That is exactly why it is. For me, I can't really make any sense of it. I'm coming from enterprise perspective where what I build have to be used by minimum of 5,000 people. I can't afford to do that. But you, that is what customized solution. And it's fine. Really, it's fine. And it's fantastic. I have more than 3, 5 ideas to make it better for you. It's fine. Now, if I could quickly speak on my own perspective, if you ever deal with developers, you will know that after Satan is developer that lies the second. Thank you very much.
What of mechanics and tailors and
You can't compare them to developers. Like seriously. After the devil, the second most lying human is developers. They can frustrate you. And the fact that this remote of a thing, they can be working with more than 2 or 3 people, organization and all that. You sit down, you do a user review, you explain it with passion and everything. Then 3 weeks later that you are expecting them to give you some kind of a walkthrough of what they have done. They are telling you, please, can we discuss that thing again? They have no idea of what we are talking about. So the whole project keeps dragging along. So one day, a CBN circular just came in. I was at a party somewhere outside the country, and a CBN circular just came in, and it was like, wow. In fact, from number 1 to number 8 of that circular is me. I manage the whole identity operation in the bank. So I just went back to my hotel, sat down. Then it was that was my first time of using what is it called? I use GTP and ChatGPT a lot. Then our enterprise version is just coming up, Copilot. I sat down from the product, from the business process design, the UI interface of that particular, even some sketch of the backend. I design it step by step with anger. That if I call this developer, I'm looking for the excuse they are going to give me to deliver that thing within 2 days. And when we come into the user review, and my PM was explaining it, I said, don't worry, Adelo, don't worry. Oh yeah, I put on the slide. Everything step by step. The designer was like, I don't understand. When do you come up with this? My group were like, where do you come up with this? I said, leave me and them. And we walk up the through what is it called? The whole process flow. We make adjustment right there live, clickable. Then I pass it to Oga Dan. When are you going to deliver this? So like, with this one you have done, we need this requirement, we need dependent, we need the dependency. So where exactly is the blocker? Who is the blocker? I bring the person in, I was like, okay, please. I gave them the show part of where I foresee where the blocker will be, and we are able to like do the demo test. We are not even on test environment on that same platform, and that was on Saturday, kind of emergency meeting on Saturday. Come again? That was September 2025, when this regulation coming that they will be charging for identity like that, September 2025. So on Tuesday, I was even on my way. They are the one that called me. I was like, okay, this is what we have done. The UIS guy just need to do a minor things and then replicate the whole process and what we have agreed. And the developers, I just need to do some API integration and all that. That day it was deployed. On that same Tuesday, before we leave work on that day, it was deployed. That was when I started integrating AI fully in my workflow. I can't have the project, and I will leave it to the US guys to come up with what they will design, because one, they don't have the background I have, they don't have the experience I have. Some of them might just be coming from graphics school. The fintech, the guide and all that, they don't really have of that idea. I have it better. I will explain it to them, but I will also show it to them. That's what AI will be able to do and make me much more productive. So that when the US, know that the US guy will not do anything. No. Yes, because if I'm out of that system today, where is the documentation that they need to do? Where is that resource? So he still needs to do his own part, such that the developer can actually have something to work with. That's where I'll be able to use AI in my experience. Thank you.
Thank you. that was like a very spicy story. Like, guy, developers are behind the devil. Guy. I have my own story on that one too, but that was not the time for that. But still, I want to use it because when I read the overview of this event, it usually come and mash together, rub ideas and spur positive outcomes. So generally, my I don't think I'm in a place to say advice, but let's put it like that. My advice to you is that there might be other things that you may be overlooking. For example, now personally, I don't really know how Kilishi sells and everything like that, but I wouldn't mind if let me use my own cereal. I sell eggs. I sell raw eggs on campus. My eggs, if I were to make a sort of vibe-coded solution for it, I'll be making something that actually tells me when they are going bad, like the due date of each shipment. Because I don't know how fast these things go, but eggs don't do more than a week and a half for like when top peak qualities, and that's when you are keeping it in AC room, doing patterning and everything like that. A good solid egg, how do I say it? Like the timeline ends after a week and a half, like 2 weeks max. Yeah. So for you, that could be something like where it just has a notification that whenever you've sold a particular amount and it's not up to the amount that is supposedly in inventory, you should flag that how far won't you try to upscale your up your production or do discounts. Advice is to actually ensure that you keep to track and don't make any let's say unprecedented losses. You get Kilishi that is at the back of your store that you not remember, it will just go bad. That one is gone like that. And a few other ideas. I advise you see the chat part of Gemini. No, not Gemini. This guy Claude is really let's say insightful, but it overlooks unless you ask it to look. Come on. Someone's calling me, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I get you.
So
100%.
talk to it, ask it to scrutinize this idea, give it like where you do like as if you are Jeff Bezos or all of this prompt engineering type shit. Prompt it that far, look at this thing. There will be some things that are missing. Your idea works and it works perfectly for you. Like you said, it's an idea specifically tailored to your need. But I feel like there are other things that you can also upgrade it to that will give you like stress in the 1 week that you or one night you need to vibe code it. But after that one night stress, it will start killing off other worries that you would have not even put into consideration.
But, so this is where the conversation for today comes in, which is prompting. Like, how do you, because again, the idea now is you've been able to do something. Now there's an idea, which is the prototype. But now how are you able to tell it that specific thing? Because the thing is, it's you have to actually know what you are saying. Or what, so you sell eggs.
Yeah.
You sell Kilishi, right? So now, if me am to come into this thing and be the mediator, I say, if you are prompting, you need to actually first of all use your AI to find research. What is the best duration or what is the lifetime of eggs from inception till it gets to your shelf? Now, when it gets to your own shelf, you as the person selling it, how do you first even how do you now start, finding maybe customers? Apart from even customers, how do you know an egg that is solid that you can put in front first, the one that will quickly get spoiled? So these are like the type of structure. So that when you put it in place, when they bring in your egg from one farm in Ota, you understand? You can say, okay, this type of eggs, when they are this type of color, they are ready to go within 1 week. This one's 2 weeks max. So now for Kilishi as well, I don't think Kilishi doesn't get bad easily now.
No.
It stays like, but yeah, it doesn't get bad easily now. So again, right, it's like the structure of, because if you don't get the prompting of this thing right, again, we'll just model up the production, and it will lead to frustration. And a lot of people, that's why I asked, is that your setup? Exactly, because but the thing is, he has stripped it down to what works for him. But now that stripping down to what works for him can only work for him. I can't use that thing.
Yeah.
I can't use that. I can't use that. It's, to me, I'm a very, it must be good looking, clean.
You understand?
If it's not sweet, if it's not delicious in this thing,
You can't be like Gemini.
I will not. No, Gemini.
Gemini, you are sleek. Nothing you want them.
Not true.
Okay, go on.
I've been having that idea, but we keep developing. So anytime I have a project to work on, based on my own background, it's always about research on what you want to do before you proceed. Like it's always like the methodologies you are going to use. So first thing I do is make research, ask Claude or Codex, okay, this is what I want to build. And so this is the plan. It's going to give me a list of things, like its own recommendation. Then I'll go ahead and make my own objection, like I'm only planning for 500 users and I don't want to spend any money. And it's recommending I should use maybe like Firebase and I'm going to pay. But I don't have any money to pay. What are the open source I can use? For example, I'll be using Netlify for deployment. Then I'm planning a Shopify where I want to put the database and everything in one place, and the JWT authentication, all stuff. I want it to be in one place. But I'll be using Netlify, using Neo database, 2 different places. I know the stress of setting all those things up. Even though I'm using AI, I still have to do some human part of it. So I'm just adding it to what he said. Is first thing that I do is make the whole plan. Then another thing I discovered recently is that because it's vibe coding, we don't pay attention to time management. We just want to sit down because you can write that prompt. So another thing I've integrated is to create an MCP with one of these project management tools, Airtable. So it's going to draft everything like a timeline. So I have further projects I want to work on too. So I don't have to sit down 5-6 hours working on one project, and at the end of the day, I didn't deploy anything. I still have to go back and rest and everything. But now I'm using time management with the proper planning. I have this diagram flow. I'm not really a software engineer, but I've always wanted to be one, and the only part that was stopping me is the coding.
The coding, yeah.
But now that the coding
is available.
So I see that it's time for me to fly.
Yeah, go. He wants.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for that presentation. So I have two classes of questions. So one is philosophical and one is practical. So earlier when you started, you mentioned that like coders make fun of hype coders or something. Is that a thing? Like that's
Yeah, that's the thing. Like vibe coding is actually supposed to be the demeaning way for coders to say you like, oh, I'm sure you even give out your API key. So, like those are the things that they will tell you. Like they'll be like, oh, like if you say like, oh man, I use this stuff to build my website now. They'll laugh at you and be like, oh, you most likely gave out your API to this, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not that dumb at the end of the day. You understand? Maybe I can ask the same AI and be like, yo, how do I hide my? You understand? How do I hide my API key?
It was like someone calling you a nerd.
Do you understand? So like that just like I like when everybody criticizes something because then it means that thing makes sense, but they just don't understand it yet. So like that was just what drew me here first. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh man, like these guys are probably making fun of like I mean not making fun, but like they're making fun in the way that I like.
yeah.
Do you understand? Which makes it fun to be.
So so the reason I asked that right, is I found that interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm an AI engineer. I've been an AI engineer for about 12 years. Before that, I was a developer. I've built models that generate the code. And for a lot of people that I know, that was always the dream that we'll get to a stage where models will code for us.